Welcome to Subramani. When I see people making tons of money on, say, Tesla or Wipro or any of those companies, or take even uh, companies like maybe in Nika, maybe in Paytm, maybe in Zomato. If you've been a startup funder and you've made money, I think locking it in makes a lot of sense. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack, but I'm one of those persons who has told many CEOs that on the 7th of every month they should sell off 1000 shares of their company. So there is no pattern to their selling which SEBI can say, oh, you have done insider trading. So except during the cool off period, sell off 1000 shares, because every year you are also going to get another 20,000 shares or 25,000 shares. So it makes no sense to concentrate your assets. So let us say you bought some share at 30 rupees and you had the luck of putting 1 crore into it at 30 rupees, and now it is worth 450 rupees. Over 2 year period it has gone from 32 to 450, and so 15 times, so your 1 crore has become 15 crores. That is an amazing amount of money and life changing. Now maybe you put 1 lakh and it has become 15 lakhs, and 15 lakhs is life changing for you. Maybe you put 10 lakhs and it is worth 1.5 crores, and 1.5 crores is life changing for you. If you have made an insane amount of, or life changing kind of amount of money in any stock, any particular single stock, making this kind of money in a mutual fund is not very often that you made 15 times the money in 2 years. That's not going to happen. So largely talking about stocks, if you have made that kind of money, lock it in, sell off some shares. You will always look terrible saying, oh my god, I sold and in 3 months it went up more. Yes, you had bought 20,000 shares, you sold 500. You have not really sold 5,000, you have sold 500. Sell at every rise and put some money away. Right? Suppose you made, let us stick to the same original figure of 15 crores, and you sit with a financial planner and he says you need 3 crores for retirement or 5 crores for retirement. Take 5 crores out and put it into a multi-asset fund growth option, which you can withdraw when you retire, right? Create an annuity out of that asset, which is a multi-asset fund, maybe 2 multi-asset funds, one a higher risk fund, one in a lower risk fund, and therefore reduce the risk. Risk reduction is very important. Huge amount of wealth has been created by companies which have done very well. Take the international context, it is Tesla, Nvidia, and PayPal, right? And there is something which you think you know about those companies which the others don't, but you have 20,000 shares or 1 lakh shares or whatever. Keep on reducing the risk by getting into a more diversified portfolio. Multi-asset means you've got gold, you've got debt, you've got foreign equity, you've got Indian equity, some combination of all these assets, and you are protecting. You are now not trying to improve your returns, you are trying to reduce the risk. Two things are necessary: getting good returns and taking lesser risk. Now when you make this shift, you are reducing the risk. With the 50-60% jump in equity markets over the last 2 years, it's done fabulously well. It does not mean I'm saying take the money out and put it into an annuity plan. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying put it into a, very clearly put it into a multi-asset thing where there is some gold, there is some debt, maybe there is some foreign equity. But even if there is Indian equity and foreign equity, it is lots of shares. It is not just one single share. So you are, by shifting from a single share which has done extremely well, by shifting to a multi-asset fund, you are reducing the risk. The problem is when you have one such deal, maybe you need only one such deal for your whole life. You think you will be able to repeat it somewhere. No, understand that a huge portion of this is luck. You were lucky that the ESOP was in a good company like a TCS or an Infosys or an HDFC Bank, right? If it was in bad companies which did not even reach the IPO stage, or reach the IPO stage and did very poorly in the bourses, you could not really may have made much money. So that is what would have happened. You are lucky because you are in a small fraction of the people who have made this kind of money while investing, trading, whatever. Maybe you did trade, maybe you bought Tata Power at 30, which is now 450. So, and you had the guts to put 50 lakhs or 1 crore, and 1 crore has become 15 crores. Fantastic. Just take some money out and put it into multi-asset funds, right? And there is no reason why you should not book profits, right? Of course, you will know something about, oh no, now everybody is going to use an electric car, so Tata Power is tomorrow's water, right? It is going to be tomorrow's Tesla, so it is going to be 4,500. Fantastic. You still have 19,000 shares or 16,000 shares in which you can sell at 45,000. I have no problem in increasing your prosperity. Here I am not trying to increase your return. I am trying to reduce your risk, right? You will of course be worried that, oh, now I think it is going to go up. I spoke to the chairman at a party, I spoke to the MD, I spoke to the auditor, whatever you know, somebody knows more than that, and somebody knows. I'm not even saying you have to sell the share because the share price is going to come down. I'm saying you have to sell the share because you have made a sensational amount of money, and that is a life-changing amount of money. It is not just you put 1 lakh rupees that has become 15 lakhs. Maybe that does not move a needle in your portfolio. Then I'm not worried about it. I'm worried when I'm advising you on the basis that you have made money, and that amount of money is going to be life-changing, right? So let me just quote from Morgan Housel's book, because Morgan Housel talks about staying rich, becoming rich and staying rich, and he says, of course, there are many methods of getting rich, but there's only one method of getting staying rich, and that is, let me just quote. He says there are million ways to get wealthy and plenty of books on how to do so, but there's only one way to stay wealthy, a combination of frugality and paranoia, right? So, and that's a topic which we don't discuss enough, which is true. We don't talk too much about preserving wealth. Everybody wants to get rich, but how to stay rich, that is the question, right? So staying rich, you have to keep on reducing the risk, and by reducing the risk, what happens is after 5 years or 10 years, when you see, maybe theoretically the share which you sold is now worth 20 crores and your net worth could have been 40 crores, but all you needed is 5 crores for your retirement. So if your 20 has become 32, it's not too bad. It's okay, 20 has not become 40, but to you that money is unnecessary. You don't need the money, right? So when Morgan Housel says that you have to pay attention as to, of course he describes Jesse Livermore in his book, where he says Jesse Livermore was sometime perhaps the richest American, but he never locked in his profits. So he went, he traded, he made a lot of money, then he blew it up, and in the end he died a pauper, absolutely in debt, and I think he committed suicide, right? That's not a way to live, because money, wealth, investments are all nice, but they are tools. They are not the end of, that's not, I mean, nobody is going to judge you on whether you left 28 crores for your children or whether you left 22 crores for your children. That's huge, right? Even if you leave 50 lakhs for your children, that is huge. You have lived your life. You have not depended on anybody. You have had an independent life for all your life. You, whenever in your older age, you lived in a senior citizen home or geriatric care, you had money to pay for all that. That's it. After that, your money is going to be pretty useless, right? So, of course, there will be regret if the shares that you sold went up, but you have to be happy that you've got shares with you, right? You still have some shares. You don't have to worry about those shares which you sold. And the multi-asset fund in which you're putting, maybe the share got you, would have got you 28% return, and this multi-asset fund got you 14% return. It's not zero, right? So what you missed is 14% of compounding for a portion of your assets which you anyway did not need. So what happens when you buy a share, and let's say you bought 20,000 shares of Tata Power at 30 rupees. You put 6 lakhs of rupees. Today it is worth 1 crore. Now, it is addicting to think that now this is a great share. I bought it at a fantastic price. I am getting a fantastic yield. Why should I sell? How much can it fall? Can it fall to 30? No, that's a stupid way to look at it. It doesn't matter how much it can fall. The question is, you have to lock in some of the profits because it is an earth-shattering figure for you. For you, this 1 crore is important. For somebody, this 1 crore may not be important. For you, if you're removing 50 lakhs from that and giving it to your parents and making sure that their parents don't have to work for the rest of their life, the rest of their life, that's fantastic, right? So use it for some such purpose, or put it into some multi-asset fund. What is the point in saying, oh, my money has grown? I know people in real estate, I know people in equities who just keeps counting how much money they have. If you don't lock in your profits, think of Jesse Livermore, think of what happened to him, right? You have to make sure that all your trading account, if you made money trading, make sure that your trading account is good, but it is so small that a complete loss, value of 0, should not really matter. So if you have ESOP, if you made some sensational money in trading, if you've made sensational money in some kind of share that you bought, it's fantastic. Time to take some money off the table. And yes, I know I'm going to get flack for saying sell in a market which is perhaps looking like it is going to go up permanently. But if the market were to come down, you will thank me for it. Thank me later. Right now, please subscribe. Thank you.